Once again, welcome back to the midnight show. This time is going to be different issues. Kujama la na tabulo kamene yango. Sulane kunjaro nyande na alaka kumodo mandi Saturday. Wale bekila nyande ko morning way forward for 2026 presidential elections. And then Fulanyo bekila nyande later. So man headline on base of Sulani kunjaro imenyinga wala nyandiko for Adama Barola Mazakunda Bria Rohey Klota ya blackmail ala private bank account oli ya UNFREEZE no for ya a release labang asala cool kino fireman adana mwana Sulani kunjaro go kibaro do futanela gambe de wala Ningu bataje Alamadung Adama Barola Mazakunda Dalili Jumata na Sulani kunjaro ko Adama Barola Mazakunda Mondalila Kenya Ikabanko Dingolo, an innocent citizen of the countries, it get threatened. Especially many of them public office while a private businessman on the mode. Member of a large content of Gunjuru Dabanani. Nani I remember a similar trick le play account. Broke out forcing ka join the UDP. Sulani kunjaro elaborate la. Nyado domani. Yes. Jumalemu, let me go back to this information again. According to Sulani Kunjaro, Memfojang Katama wala San Sulani Kunjaro Tomo Wulinding Kunjaro. According to Wulinding Kunjaro, Memf. So 2026 presidential election only. Sulani Kunjaro ko asapo gameno lako is not going to be an easy ride. Bari monekata abe kelanya adile albe parela monala the opposition political parties on. Sulani Kunjaro ko ala the demanding satalale od laleto. No favorite. No favorite, gameno alde followers many alongala can follow. The BBC Gambia Baobab, Baobab, Bloomlight is one of the most controversial, media platform. I love to follow them anyway. Give it up, brother, we collaborate, we collaborate, but for the NPP, last election on your media house of almost 45 million. Even online media house on yourself. So MPP, nyanda domalale. So no matter you free advertisement, for BBC Gambia edal. So I'll be enjoying the main account details of Kilan and free advertisement on Manjale, as partners. So I'll have Fanado, Kenya, no matter the reason the Mark Janela involved in politics. But just could demanding Saturday. The reason why I choose Gambia politics as whatsoever commentator here is just like a passion for me. It is just a passion. And then one of the most important issues pertaining to my personalities and in Gambia because I love Gambia with a passion. But when it's last minute program all in it, But Janimbe do know lato Bemenkela wala nyendiko. Jaliba kuyate dal yala tela ni yamaro. Ma follow ni wall tola. Yala jaliba mu wolireti. Jaliba kuyate mu wolireti. Anti tuko. Me continue to apologize. I'm a good boy now. I'm a very fine and gentleman now. Sanda arrogant la. Kuno moli bem provoke na nyaonya mbari manta arrogant la. Na arrogance nying I learn because along Gambia protocol benyameng ni manta hakilo la. Ni manta ni silo la. Isi ko bi sifa soto no jele. Isi mol si korte mol si kom mol si fania foima mol si wulia fola yende ke mte famono wulu balet so alben copy la fana aita posal la internet or data ne mola ko because sang yang gamme nyama if you disagreed with even any more in the group kiloni kono ikeke wulolde yeke nafigoti yeke sumoti yeke kuoti yeke wulia fola ka kansi fa belelera obigela. But if you disagree now we go kaf kilon kono is a praise yeke malaikoti yeke senti yeke prophet Muhammad yeke ibulisati beka so na jere na sege ala fa ka dol fa futande ka dol fa futande ala la position do e man jaran ko la imam baaji biraji de Gambia tuma men e kamata ko you know jaran man serious I'm telling you. Anyway, jara ni to rescue la le jara be nyamente jara batan be jara bi tilo la jaran ko jara nyanda rescue la le you know even Bambo BBC Gambia Baobab light a moonlight ite jara rescue la no so BBC is also very problem ko marjane ko anyanta jara rescue la le so bari yano mo kala na jalba ko la ni yamaro bla because yalon diamulal ni be diamula mu yamar lalete ika modo la diamo fae ika wala modo men yala ko special ndul diamula be yamaro dina diamula la ani na ngamen new phone because Facebook na Mark Zuckerberg ay opportunity di Gambian la because tuwawdu kole abata sabu ko wuli ni suma kono kada do ko ay opportunity di mol la men yala ko ila Facebook ko li monetize no le ibala do fon ga start like a marjana provoke pribala ninge ma do man tuma ne yamala be seleni la wala ni la video ni only about me nga post isaje some more followers so la content ni ka be monetized. This is a great opportunity for youths nzenyi internet o ta no le the more harasla the more bully la the kudo keno la even the far right extremists ni se kachano le nga kodo so because most of them base now they are getting good money so tomle ni create Gambia dingole. We can use the best use of this internet to enlighten the people at back home. But in saying internet for now use no ngata ni Gambia dingola nge enlighten the go. Gambia politics is even darker than intermen from the political kono. Kalon ko tonya Gambia political is all about fake. Reality be jele that. Tonya be jele mol many ana ko sacrificed ila life la ila wealth to salvage the Gambia. Memo kile to fulala ko no membo ko honorable do adabo. But hanani mol men fon be ku kilo kono bi. Wole ka kan men lala e ka fania for men farmer e ka men farmer obi o mo kilo ne kanalo e ka militant nene e ka tandila ko nyene de kere ya ka ke mansal ndajam fala odlado barin ka tandala le kon to militant men yana ko ma inform sande on inform political party militants. Many are not inform. They don't want to inform, but they go with their egos. They need to know about Facebook open. No, my love in fact, this has to be my last topic. But in involvement in politics. I may battle. I started being UDP militants back in, I think, since UDP, you know, inception or what. Nobody on this planet could actually mark you convinced to be part of the politics. Nobody. Molmendelum bundum kono. Ibafala ko momanna seek and convince having a political party in your support. I started with PDIs. Yala neighbor PDI. Gambia Benyana neighbor any political party kono. It sounded to the other political party kono. You are a betrayal. Halifa was my mentor and Sidia Jata. Sidia Jata was my mentor, rather, before Halifa Salavina. Sidia Jata was my mentor. Mr. Mane Nimbara. Nga audio dole jolly nunje, you know. I'm coming Friday, but I'm not active in nunje, you know. So I was PDIS. Halifa was my mentor because yalong in Talini Arabic school student all. Wado ni mobe angale kan fole do man to angale kan foka dia Arab karan ne. Sako wado en tuluk mo betinya, you know, ni na barangana jambo la so ningo to our karanding to Anglican continual alifa la vocabulary na yela wato na be diamna gambe di wona ninga jetuma na ninga jibe tuma na kaflo but this man is a saint because even the language I come from wato muka understand but ngamen na na me realize gambela entire molokana if you can speak good English you are educated even though you cannot even create a job on your own. The educational system of the Gambian, educational qualification are coming at 10. You have a very brilliant Gambians. You have a very intelligent Gambian. Many I don't call a brain, like Lamin Sane of United Democracy Party, for example. Taliban Sudasodo is a visionary leader. Very brilliant young man. Yana Juma Soto Kodeke. Yana UDP la Karamba Tura Soto in America. Brilliant, smart, and intelligence. Vast with knowledge. Yana Juma Jibe Kodeke. Yana, MB Krubala Jibe is versatile in organizing events, creativity in minds. Yana Bob Ture Jibe. Na Bob Ture, Finland. Yana Jibe Ko. They are all dedicate and all honesty, the integrity and mental in him. So be mangi jali today, kana me ko be jali yalla, Yana ke mo soto dindi mansa bakao, mansa dingola mauluta mansa yalla kono, mansa dingola very brilliant, smart, educated. He is having a very solid educational foundation. Mensi gambela featuring asana fano. So bari model the Gambia kono na education over nyameng. You have to speak a very perfect English. A Kenyan strategy Sifala used to confuse Adama Barrow. And Adama Barrow not a broken English like me. When they use this big English vocabulary, I remember from even this audit report, auditor general report me. Imagine very offended. Tani Adama Barrow lako. Audit report is just an opinion. Yes. Audit as an auditor general is an institution, many alanko, ika official and other institution ka audit la financially dealing. But ika menta ika evidential men gather and then audit report on ika mendi ni ajibe tonyalam Adama was very right. It's an opinion from that auditor general office, but it based on evidential men fanalandi. Then that particular institution or a entire audit. Wala nyanda na ala kala kaitol nyinta ka tenda ko audit la opinion na nyimenta is false wala ye right so in ladole kana ka authenticate so Adama Barrow ka confusing in glad especially the Banyan mafias. So my being part of this Gambia politics, the Gambia political party should be that lorder. Amanja ko na family member of the political kono me ko any political party na ka banko nyinta magjane be benefit lala. Wala politician on yalanka close to magjane la ka magjane nyinta ba support la pro ka magjane use kala agenda nyim promote honey. Mark is a patriotic Gambian citizen. I love Gambia with passions. And then Nimanta Fania Falale. UDP is a political party I love with a passion. Now started from way back. Wala na ko mumandita Kante enlighten the Kajiko. UDP leti alimendeda. Kafunye ko alimendeda. No. Many UDP that will be there will look at the amna kebala molo, lawyer davina molo. Kangala menka keola, allegation of menka kedin in the bafala. My associate with UMC, like I said, Nana political you start with PDIs. During Halifasala English in young confusion that these people are sent. I thought God they are sent. Need to leader in water Mokongamma become tunnel into paradise in Kame read in both religions Kajiko Arjana Vetene. Namani Koning elect no time on any become tunnel into that one. Bring Ajibe to Moment and Kono, the rise of the United Democracy Party, and then back in 2001, I think, or so. Ajibe to Moment and Kono, you know what? I love yellow, and I dedicate my life for it. I spend my money, even my close associate with the people men and the UDP, I built a very solid foundation, a solid group, contacts with many people. Ke bari ngol kan ko nam balon kono na ni ngana sula ni kunjaro reporto di ka duwanye alifa balu meni an ko mere ne malam ka duwanye ka kurana ayol fonye ka tanina ko, you know. And this political at na bringam for reveal through that one of an kono mon bijele meni an ko they were not even talking about the political kono e ka jele kon to the position of mentor within these political parties albedi amunale ni never caring. But he told the diamond at that position on your because of the document. The mark Jane Mantro position to Mantaraji Bekon India with a number carne in position to carry into Walabe Masakundala Konala job will be affected. The Mogo Jibe. I speak. Nada Waru Masakundama. Ninto nya fositan in a position political party Solte Mangaka. I'm a very controversy individual. I remember back in 2016, after the elections, when I revealed my identity. And then I went back to Gambia in 2018. And then na mission was Gambia wala nyentiko. Na organization me yalan ko ngalo ni German jang left a MOU lela sundu ture left ka MOU lela with the Ministry of Health. And this organization is entirely charitable organizations. Me yalan ko Gambia dingon le mako Gambia. We don't have any benefit from it. Put your mark la MOU la. What I get a first time to need silver buyer songo benta time moment na. Silver buyer songo nka intanda la ko nte mag jane moment bi. I'm book of pride but nka jada ko no amount of money power means mag jane move on no. Prunde tonya falano where nga feel go ni membe kele njang is wrong. Yeah, meeting on your organizing Nimba Union Songa, pro Bayo Sonko. Well, I have a high regard for Bayo, Priya Marco and organization and in Ministry of Health, the MOU Sotonari, Proka Gambeding on Marco, Menu Sulata Marco, including Adam Barola Babukar Bahum, a farmer benefit of project on the corner. Niajanga Otofo, deliberately. Because akana blood na page or like kuma kulubala ofanye after helping his biological father afama enkano afama hormanga bunya nindade ya katielu ila sama do fengolo pabilla hasulu kodo ka fanninya boto lo kono kabira nono nyolo tielu whatever ka dinna na not because of ntenga kule kiji but because of ngaje condition men kono at that time I need to save la nga safe wallet through the organization and in my personal effort. So below get to moment I met with Bayo Sonko and then in Nigeria. That meeting on Yinkono, if Bayo can be honest and say this cool. Yamuna for your first lady la foundational molenata, no limiting or sort of la PRO and in Bayo Sonko, Konyako, you know what? Ekonya organization ala na focus na inventory areas. It has something to do with the with Adam Barola Fatmata Barola First Lady La Foundation. Mba pre-file la near collaborate na do okay. My answer to them, this was back in 2018. The First Lady Foundation to collaborate with who? The entire organization. Kabriya jamela time and sumana jamebe baloring. Alamani manin kafarikila father. Bila Jame Foundation ba register na wati manager ambassador. It only following the Ankai. This organization has nothing to do with government institution. They left to operate freely. Ngweko Fatma Barrow Foundation to collaborate with what? The organization ngweko natra that's the case. It will never happen. Ngwe new men foundation or First Lady Foundation you may not go nyanda talale. To collaborate. At that time, Nintel Lafita Numpru Comenka Kodole Nini to be part of central government kabula mbe first lady la foundation be collaborate la mbe jora men bondi la German kono janka samba Gambia abe moja mabale na fala at that time and mbe opportunity la Adam Barrow la masakunda kono nga obstacle men sort na port authority kono iba be wipe out la gente any difficulties la the organization be well established la banko ka ana moja mal na fala but I rejected because of why na nature la wati nim more be power de shoot ya tala cooking ibola kela abe empowerment abe influence to do something me alon ka mankela nature tanila habit manta number 1 wala nante things internal nyim banko kan janga desire la ko nim mo jamaate min golla no bare mbe moli choose la fana nim men se ku keno o mol be kala molati men yana ko be kala konte be nyame and I've choose that Fentembulo very poor as an individual, but to convince this Western world more many to do something for my country. Nigeria no len train wala de. Na Nigerian kebab and bundu alta bundu ko nyene kanka fa Prince Gambia. Olen dol karande nyana. And this one birabe established to another brilliant Gambian and have a back at man in a birabe jam. Aladi Jaju, I tell him director to one of the youth lafem kwanyendo. He's brain behind this establishment of this organization when I was in the Gambia. Hanama dingo benyame, hanama dingo muke na karno, ila nejo, ila kuwe kul membeke muke na karno. Let me come to the conclusion concerning involvement in the politics. Ne atarantela attitude le batin na ko, mbekela na afiko, mbekela uloti, nyandekela uloti, itendeke uloti, but I don't know who is me, and I don't need. Man need any validation from any individual on this planet. Tandi mark la ko imunyeleti munafikoti even action also. I less care about it. So my association with Talib and the current political situation in the Gambia, especially what happened in UDP, there's so many allegations on the side here. And then nimol kachata fana, nimene private kachata jetoliano and demanda kuma folega. Some deliberately decided to record me. But I'm coming for a telephone or audio. The platform can be but you are not talking to a very stupid person. Nicola, you write a very good English. You can elaborate yourself very well. You can be well articulated in any form of languages. But Yamako, in a moment, is stupid. Yeah, I can be very playful. I can be very childish. Sometimes I'm fine with that one. Only intelligent officers even the Gambia army. I deal with so many intels, both international and locals. So where I'm operating, nobody on this planet does that predict no. Operate like Allah operate next move nobody on this planet who can predict it. But I'm more kilometer double choose. I'm not gonna talk about it. Well, the reason why I'm left in front of who is me. It can give you comparing. It can be Kununga na kewa do yemi along na for balamati, I've been provoke one KB sane. I'm a melon de mark Janet. I'm a very good boy, sir. Manta arrogant la mokam, but Nikuka allegation on lana, Bafre no go move already. You understand? Imagine if I've done a lot why this TDP has so Let me tell you this. A lot problem over the diamond. I can't even brand be a problem start. Let me go back to the topics. Meme fulani wala nyendiko. Sulani kunyara information on lande mulo kono janka nyinin karo ke ko. Rohey mane kuna account. Adam Barrow la masakunda bulo kuloto la men kan ye media deny to get access to it. For a release level. The little maltine ya release. I left to elaborate, but if I said now manda killer. You know why? Mandakela. Other opposition or political party should especially many yalan ko yalan no problem wala nan dama men division on ati ni UDP kono al talben sudala bulay free nentela mo United Democracy Party la leadership BTB mon men be ka findi ni media to yaji be ko be blala talibla be ko mo sifa be fala ni lawyer dabo nyinen ka bi lawyer dabo ya nyinen ka bi aba for ko talibe respect le as a father and I trust le trust respect and dignity wala tamata nin taliban so danyen tema ana tala ko so sola be niaje bi me frala ni lebulo do menketa non kono ngamol won nyen nale almost 3 years ago omo kidol men yalan ko ila personal agenda nyen shoto deletion eta ya feel ko yes this is the right time abebe mbulo kono jane more reach out to me more nyen went way back akonya momor sabal ni be problem on at la jodi be and that's what happens. Problem was started I must solve. This is where my problem lies. And why in organizational hanama dengola nature of it. Ndama janame mutolete and very confused individual. Maybe ningana brown cookies in your matu man konka dunyo konale. Ndene organization only ni molding a different men sort. Ndela hanina German organization nga lonely jam. Ni a problem o men so mbesi la jana ngafo na problem o kala damendo biri ko nyaka to danga ko do neje kata kan nyaka to ta kele gambe ko no jang nko altol la jang fo kewni kewol men ka futu ndela dino ma ala on debo campaign o kala mbango kada procassion ngo wona na nyaka to ta ko nyala o tuji ala bo dina organization a issue ko no ndol ni na traditional custom la mo bu ka tuwago e ka trouble je tuwago human right law na ngam fa le janale ya accept wala ni me malo wala. Every organization has a problem resolution on your problem where start to rise. Problem on to moment Adam Barrow Masakunda ye blackmail menke Rohey Malik Lola. Ya threatened Muso Ajusotala at a symbol on a position of member whatsoever member. Ya confusing it to an extent. Ya tanda ko nyenke to moment and be markwela and be backlale. Ila sudden evidence of infinite na auditor report okono. Fue malo Masakunda symbol will be single la can mabo. Ya don't to more confusing on mambo karam. Many can choose as something else. What confusion on that na dumabulu ya bulamene ya taxman diala wala nyende to bring this problem in UDP. Problem on that na soto damenta keda damento. Why when Yankuba allow himself to be used by woman, Miananko is powerless and I need to help la and I need to UDP la back in at that time. Nga audio boni na ngadi mo lang ko ali protects ali UDP la individual ko ala protect from the beginning. That's where the leadership failed. But I'm protect from now. I'm going to interview with Pamoda, la PR team, or another thing. And on baby will be like aim and objective meant toward UDP. The leadership is already on the wall. Everybody can see it. But why Talib became a target? Instead, Nendela Talib to be one honorable lawyer Dabo. Nen Findita. Ngalonko Gambia Benjamin Yanta rescue lale. Gambia Yanta rescue lale. Gamming and the rescue honeybee. Wallahi billahi tallahi honeybee ni brikama area council ni shanta bee ni sedoko ke sama. Anu ni lafita fanambe project men at law brikama council o kona jebi abekela life changing project in West Coast. Alba songo nyon ni ngafa marriage out to them. Even the KBAC la brikama area council la ila PRO I have reached out to him. Project proposal it has to include training, and this training but we need a partner in order to implement this project in the Gambia. Name member of organization because monum I hate Yankuba with passions. I don't hate anybody. In fact, I love Yankuba more than them because it be called Samba Kanyameng. Aninga molje menika for Yankuba hate with a passion. I'll be Yankuba damage kane with a arrogances. ala nature of enforcing Gambia mu banko digre mbale today. Gambia ni weche to saba mo ito kuta leadership ni nyen ndole mum mori dingol lade ngala sakaro tale ngafa la tinyaro be kala bolé albe tinyaro men keka albe damage men keka UDP Fonkon as a political party is beyond repair. Alama ngana tale sa manata anu ngana tale sa ngana sakaro ke wadon galya al kam men ke tal ben sudala teng. You are damaging yourself by promoting that individual. Taliban suda ay munaki UDP kono me alan ko iso ay bafla ko UDP la lon ka ketang UDP la ketang yes UDP mo jelle ke fenti o banko kam bi me alan ko be braka me ko ansa be UDP be baluka wala UDP mo juma len elek men alan ko bi ye baklin faklin dol tay o len employee be do ko le ko fo le mo qualifier ngoto o banko kam men alan ko to occupy that positions. Ni be conflict of interest baji be kanje wala ko Gambia politics is even darker than the small narrow-minded individual can think. If you think Mark is stupid, he cannot reason. He can enfronte. You might be very even deceived in a way ko among educate because Gambia educational qualification eka mezo sinyame you have to speak very good English. Hani Chinese le karagila londe be baloko Chinese londola ibe doko kika wala. Ni as long as it about angale kangara the level of education is less. Like this is how they branded us. I'm fine with that one. I'm not going to brag le. But I have a very big responsibility at my workplace. And some from China, India. So ndefana wala level yindo mboga brag katonya la fale ndabuka mo underrate no muka mo belittle no ngamodo fana jela kumonyo fana ko ha you know the Gambia backway boy soul eka backway boy soul say because of individual member party in kono mon men yalan ko in a delusional way of thinking ko ito nyanda ni militant ndingol ben yalan ko my any information so de la man yin tinya no la ibe use kan say ka leta ka use as a backway boy soul men yalan ko the hard working Gambian because na mansa kunda Gambia la future leader soul yana future leader soul la future ni ole bete ya be tinya bango kan e desperate kulungata ila life sacrifice kana dunnan tubawdu ite ka wolta e ka wol brand as something else and me yalan ko walla hard working in Europe kono jam Gambia economy be on level jam no mari juma men I don't know because you see how this narrow-minded individual thinks because of the politics mag jana be diamo kan against your opinions ya mag jana ke ya brand as a backway boys because men live in Europe talking about the Gambian politics ya feel ko ntebo ka diamo itela opinion on yenna wala yaje ko mag jana buke mirante la miro la konte nyanta miro la nyame yenta brand with those backway boys should ye be categorize yeri brand and wale ala ko Gambia bi na economic ni aja mamboy ni aja bi model mam foare dingol be banko ke mam banko domono because of nyen downway talalam they work tremendous hard to support their family back home. Not any question like go back with Tala can make for need to the more keno la parents or the foot about clean them. I call the Kamuneke Nonde, Kabungo la Koda and Yabamayon Samba Maka, but they cannot do anything for the masses of that country. When you have the government and the individual you entrust to put them in power, will give on the body will take it employ. You need a own delusional mind so you can Molminian who need Tamindina Bladino for the 30 good 14 years. Yaja ko wala ka ke leadership to bango ko wala fa atne to le failure ni soro do be sirin to bawdu jam men yanon ko la do ko la sort of from me I can mention it ya fenke no le fa be fan well established no la nyamen ka enjoy ko those back home sorry he left all the use la koteke through a political party through a group of an individual and association or terikavo yaje ko newol taramansa kunna tumomenna ninte oledo ko nyen sodo wala ngol ke manzali ndol bebe employ la le isa jento sinanga do ko ke and competent political parties because of it a few disgruntled delusional individual or sort of your surroundings ya feel ko le ko Bow until we got the opportunity to work under you. Even though a monetary environment on many they have the qualification. The Gambia way of Gambia Katamanyam, they have the experience and everything, and then they support their entire life for that political party, and they have the same qualification, or more qualification on you sort of, or qualification of but more employ. Yet it to compensate you. Wanda kana ke mo arrogant ngolti na media platform ko kaje ko Gambia ni mo be nyante mira to la mira kwalla because to ya feel ko to lafta men ni men ka associate selam I lafta ka party fon la nyato ka ya fon be busho party keba lebulu ya di wole saje to se comfortable no ka doko sort no because la life is so terrible in Europe dolbe to babu je koto da je mangi la life ni master inyanta start like nyamen good foundation to babu ni ma soto you mess up. That's why you mess up. Non to natuwa du tala like a drug wa for Kenya man control ka Kenya man to especially Germany jam. Name any solid good foundation or certain a professional skills where it be easy to learn and work. Yang suba soro ka bori ni nimme ala kodi ni ni chika di to bawo kuna bana to bawo ndo suma bana kala do ko la kana ka karfa jonni ni muda kala gumul jo kana na dimbale ka balwa kono. Na transfer di la fire baraka. They are heroes. They are heroes. Don't let life be messed up, a career be messed up to Abuja. They cannot do anything in life. Will not depend on more than from door to door. Yela life nyinta ila kulo la privacy ya baby hadamadi wal bulokono. So he called those sifa they call usually will be act like exactly be mirror la call meal many yalan ko la hand out ikadila be mirror la wala nyama but an independent mark like a man made like me, a self-made man. Me do go cha baya fai wulo kona binde ka tenkul bo cha nja kolonsion okay atata wula kono nyambe singona kasa masa wa fi do ka ba mai kasa masa la dan dan wala offended that exposed the bundle ngana jeto life care obuga use no. Let's go back to this page. My case and your case, these are two different things. And unali nyo push alida mal dunda nyola ni opposition political party so ali nyo push ali push fon na kita wolo wala nimfindi na it's going to be more damage in there. Going to more damage. I'll tell you today. UMC, I am an objective lesson like any other political party members. Now the agenda failed Talibulu Aliamina ko to divide UDP over opportunity men la UDP la leadership na rabo karama. Albo Taliban suda. Ninterminal Democracy Party la leadership to be. Number one movement menkela wala nyendo. I'll reach out to Taliban suda. Abina UMC la atandi la ko. The boy did tremendous job for the Gambians through United Democracy Party. Yajo Gambian and the rescue lane. Nindel Honorable Lawyer Daboti B. Mefindi langata Halifa Salah no mala shuakono. Halifa Salah, you know why? That country need to be secured. I told job sikala almeniana ka be display on Facebook or matter because I feel ko ni UDP ni other opposition political party sol diamuta will be opportunity men so like a plus on ni Gambia kono ka Gambia rescue. I told me be sirinya be desperate to abdu jam. Al tas sotola wala more desperate mon meniana to abdu nyale fortale be sirim banko ka. Yaje ko neo coalition certain coalition ni there are certain positions bigi to be me imle tas sotola. They can even deny Dabo from meeting all other political party members, but they can term this individual. May I feel like is a threat to them like Tal Bensouda as their obstacle. You see these people. This it Gambia. Now left like a Gambia rescue. Ni left like an independent mind like me. Imanta position you can any political party formed. To now for what on our seat you don't mingle with all kind of individual. Yela when in the nyanta sobabla nyame. Ibuka sila kakuma for wala nante pantara sila rimbi kadiamo. Yes. Yes. Mon men ka fuku kunu anyina for jana. Kunundo abenyindole foka. Itole men fon ko fo umoli. Itole kam men fonite fa umo itumomenite be dale deila. Ita hanyina ka fem foje. People feel go because long is enough. and ninga fo fo la fo malala many yalo ge tonya lo ka sabati ni ba falale maybe tela kato me falale sa fa ikude sa fa ikude nintela honorable labati bi me fintela la kullo kono ngata don even Adama Barrow nintela mati bi me fintela ngata Adama Barrow no manga fay you know what Adama Barrow Gambia water ni na bi to rescue mala fo membe keri da bango ke ka fo na ba nyine be keri ni honorable dabo appointment ni na ni dabo Barrow te mana mo flo teta tan camera te na dame wallahi ba satala membe Gambia ni na fale be sile ba satala fo Barrow manya approach la ndeka Barrow criticize ya nyawo nyandi sometimes Barrow la ko kam bala fale because ala ko kam bala fa dalilo men na wala nyandi ko menu badala ni mo fail ngol men yala ko fail tan tubabu e mayla life ni bilno ya jele ko e kafole be Gambia kon me yala ko mafia kafolam ni to brata ko to man Barrow be soni yala so o mafia kafo ka trick me use han contract ko ni Adama Barrow ba sign e ka double ne the rest ni beka de to la jibol kono yena omo furol omo lazy no men life ni from be failed ila entire life was completely failed wala na ilo ka survive od laleta nyina na Adama Barrow la ko kambala fa neme ko Adama Barrow amang ngani akendo so do Gambia e amana fi kala legacy to bango kam e mari be fani ala fala de isa mo criticize nyawo nyang a limitation also. The reason why Adama Barrow, the reason why I want to Adama Barrow masakundani call with a passion. Birin TRC mol findi la la molta ye fa. Ye molta ko ke ye fa dalilo mena there's no genuine reason. Adama Barrow masakundaya failed while the coalition government failed to utilize that constitutional right ye mendina ko perpetrator many along failed yete luwa nyintaya tamani kan kanyanda tanandamento imagine mome tumani jallo fa my cousin brother asitati leta aya afo nin kido bente bulur lato with my anger ndo mare bunda ngafa but yalam gamba keta peaceful banko menti o banko tinyada la na teri pala no Adama Barrow if you implement this commission report, nakira sante to election men win. But the money was sabu the fractional men in 2016 election wato nyentema. UDP in koleko. Instead, beta benga deng Adama Barrow nga push. Listen, I was completely blind in that day. But nga for na group way back in those days. I spoke to the individual the mistake we have made. It's not important anymore. What I tell us until consistency, either for bandale. Of course, sometimes I can be very biased because UDP I deny the Gambians. I don't want to do that. At that particular time, it's in fact too late. Adama Barrow, amajara ngol data for because I tambidare. Nyendali lo atinako Adama Barrow sometimes la ko kan demi ye molmen fao bango kan deliberately amazona kake sunyarobe keka o bango kan deliberately Adama Barrow ka luwa tamande o molo kam because I feel ko nyemole mo multi men yalanko ya Gambia la masakunda la constitutional sunyarobe dawda ya be controller be to de bulo baro fana sura da jumal la Adama Barrow la divide ani UDP la o division oni a be costa wala jumala o be sabo most of them are bunch of selfish individual men ya feel ko no Adama Barrow la masakunda nyanta nala ni UDP la masakunda na tesaje best position oni so be starta nyundula tola. You have to be ready to tell the truth. You either like it, many like me, many like. As long as in mantara mo bulo konela balota bulo kon sometimes you bukeji yelea o sameta la doni nyene. You have to speak your mind, no matter what. Right? UDP binanya men janin talib yankoba daboning wala Rohey manikilo benyin strategy in plan to divide UDP. UDP was very formidable. In fact, they were a threat to Adama Barrow government because of Batai Gambadingo Belema. But why do we allow this division to be happens? Obota la kafoko in another interview ya fale deliberately ko nama la fa finta la kafoko mo finta fana kafoko ko samate Taylor. You're not registered no. Me along is an opposition political party like you, and you intend ika feel ko. In fact, nalia along ko. this UMC can be an additional advantage to uproot Adama Barrow Masakunda. Ning Gambia la concern. Amajala individual in selfish and delusional mindset ni mer yaso doko. Nyina nyanta kila obagoka. Ndolibe nyanta doko nyesolaje. The discussion on nyanta kila to that level. But by the way, jamin kata nyindula to follow. Mbe okela special program already. Some Facebook code you know getting. We will do that. God pardon. Thank you, Tom. The reasons, the strategies, yemenke, alia the Daba Nani, Gunjur Electrical Company, la Daba Nani. Adambaro a treatment care account. Niaja Adambaro la Mansakunda, Rohey Malik Lobe confusing. Amala be root mentala, abe silado mentala. Nga morje ika safero leki, ye wuli ale fontema. Ye konta bulata Rohey Malik Lola, ala matrimonial home bulata wala. The mola matrimonial home is has nothing to do with my political way. It's not me, kabulela matrimonial. Oketa mo kilinela. Oketa nyadile, lamin adabo. Bira bulatanna. Nan alama ne manin kafara kelai. Sabante modem. Alama ne manin kafara kelai to be all about ya. Mumo ya longo be jam ile sai bi wota. By the way, you men for tell ko amanke tonyati. Ala family affair la ko I have nothing to do with that. But the information me ala ka belare mbolo jang. The blackmail men ni adi Rohey Malik Lola. Ya la mind be tinya because of money, the commission, the audit report. I don't know Masakunda la Bandilu Mafia tactics in play. Rohey Malik Lola personal business, including a menke in Nigeria. Yala Moja Mabije, they don't even inform, they don't want to be informed, they don't even know that because he has a business in Nigeria. But Dalilo me at Arambaro Masakunda Nyenta, I'll account in corner, ya freeze the cigarette corner, you might have even the media solely, ya access Saturday. One of our local Kalamutana. Wole atin Rohey Malik Lola be mandate move la not any clue the cooking. Bari obi mo kino many ala be talbe so that ale ba castigate le ko be kelala. Talibe occupy the same position with Rohey Malik Lola in UDP as an opposition political party who is not even attending your political events, but nobody dare to talk about that. Why? Monemo. What is so special about her? Is it because of Monemo? Family, group, or whatsoever that a man subtle. You see this selective justice even within the opposition political party. This is not your man. Sundu Tureko Magjan is very complicated and a very controversial. But Sundu is my political mentor in another way around because Naranko he is very smart. He knows the smartness in somebody you call stupid and uneducated. And that's what they did. You only realizing the nature nyento. Waratna I see nga Judiala. Waratna Adambaro la kokambalafa. Ning Adambaro has the opportunity to listen to Suntu Turenyon. Tinyaro do kitala Masakunda kono bi. O tinyar sifa to kino. Nime betonya fale yafa. The Suntu Ture, one of the most brilliant and intelligent individual within. Moment is yake. Nteni kumate kumaduma memfo Suntu la jana. Very smart. But now Adama Barrow be mbata membe kono bi ala Masakunda lamo monde la membo ko sifala wala divisional man sodaning UDP call temano wato pushing and pulling man sodono kafu Adama Barrow nyanta jila la double nyanta nala wato dogo nyini la men fana be double koma wala fana be jikin ko ni double na nyanta Gambia la na fudo nyanta la ka milk wal new man sodono denum be bi men kono bi Adama Barrow be nyato double ba koma iba pushla Hamad Sane Bala ministerial, the young brilliant talent Ben Sudan ala individual man in Tabla, Arambaro in 10 years ago Banajam, this 2026 Arambaro Begila. Then Begamba turn into small paradise. Betai by legalizing Lanyo, Jaran called Bas Sabala. Amato Balafambulo. You see how desperate these job seekers can operate. Nindia Mola, you are wise, well, need not approve to be respectful to each and every political views in that country, even the PDOIS. Many are like Aboka Sidik Jamaica men describe, they don't even have a 3%. A 3% in politics. Voters card, do you know how another advantage for a biggest opposition political party like UDP to win Adama Barrow with a landslide? They don't even have a political base. Allah Gambia Kanunya and Indila Gambia Kanunya, there's some differences in opinions. But that doesn't mean I love Gambia more than you. You might love Gambia more than me, yes. But Ila Gambia love has some personal interest in it. And Ila Gambia love or namanke conflicts of interest. In the entire political party in the Gambia, Moti me alonko is have Mavjan and body one of a position, never. Not even Adam Barrow government. The only brother me alonko. Na biological brother me alonko be do kola nung Adam Barrow masakunda kona ma mira kumbuka Adam Barrow masakunda male hana trano wabije. Ndela different na tolu benyame. This is the differences. So membe kerinje wala nyindeko. The hate I have for Adam Barrow masakunda. The Rohey law. Wala na nibe mo tomon as a leader, a competent. We need to do some background checks. No matter what she has in a previous life and a hard-working earn money or mortality, she can be a millionaire or whatsoever. But the financially irregularity me alonga keta the become a council whenever happens in KMC, be alcohol they use. I was just laughing. It's just like miracle. This is for real. Munamal agenda to what Talib? I don't even know. I don't even know. Now, instead of the entire corruption member Adam Barrow Masakunda, nobody is there to speak about that. Gambia will be fala. Do you know Adam Barrow be hospital local in a town and villages many alongo in Nenema miracle. Loptano for me lado. But Gambia, let me tell you this. I'm not going to jump on Ngajale Babula in Lada. Ngana Tandanako. Gambian in provinces, in a level of understanding, it can feel as a development. Mina do mani mfana would lado. From Gambia Koina to Kato. Nga bere tama through na project okono. Saate do bi jeni jinka kumbole. Nga mera how poor I am. But ningo lado jibi. Ning adang baro na infrastructure na do lado. Just a mere house akwe jango lopitano leti. Do you know what that means? At an opposition political party. Do you really know what that means? I cannot just understand this. I just see about the man reflecting. Mag is a real fighter there. I'm a real fighter. I don't want that more than alien courtier. Mark Father, you can enjoy. As long as I'm alive, healthy, life and kicking. Man a brownie shutter. Mba smoke la. Alika ala jefana. Ala boka tonyan dirila. Aboka fasa. Barangana nangana some information on the channel. Adama Barrow be cake out lato. Adama Barrow be provincial town and these small villages at the Muneke Kanje. Actual opposition political parties show among opportunity mentioned in province. Father, I'm like greater banjul area kawoda maso to wole mo uraka ke mo ke manzati. Yes, e kanyina fo e ka fo e nko kombale mo the kingmakers all day. The kingmakers. I am coming. I apologize. Guy be apologize. Yarana mobile be lole. Jeliba kuyata masana play loud later, you know. Well, Jalebala nyindulado. Let me say this. Thank you, Natamas, for uploading this at your YouTube because Jalibala in Kumola in sentence. And the meaning, the content is even bigger than just mere music. Hanila Sulkono, Alpha Bia, Alesson, no more dealer. Inyante Mira Lala. And we be folk more kuma fola. Niaje fonim forlal balanda kuma for mea lanka nyanda sotolale. Wana niaje kuwa niaje gambe fongo abe tinya kanteng forlal nyanda memfola anin kan na mol muta positional mentor nka mol muta ke friendly level to sakon na mansal na nyatam ko nke friendly level to nkeni alala ko keten ke superior lelde wakana opportunity di wallale ka advantage ni use mol kan ye mo bula do ko men famala ya bula do ko men na prokage ako advantage tala ka ke ko abe favor kan wayate te atale ka jo dole je woliela ye ka taxon men fon collect na instead karaka private security lita ye fon la koda kanta ya bondi la jibole kono barato ka tax men ya la ka jo ale mol men ta ki jo ki tax pour ya to la life ni skio e ko le bondi jele aleta ye fon la sho kono ta ye kante la mushol ni de yen kanta not only to employ their immediate family members. You see how nkana morning ke samba development. Being criminal with Mark Jania attack labi. Thank God. My entire family here. As can do hate us all found. In criminals collaborate no. It an entire family because I have a different opinion with them. New let the attack on the Bendela families only be harmless. The reason why. But ni left the guy to love family in harm. Actually many are called to taxpayer soul. Yalla security alimenta pro cultural kanta. Will get to la sola kono kantale. So you cannot harm them. So I told poor innocent taxpayers are suffering, but they kata in turn, it can morina le kan, it can just make a fable. It can vale conali in Kenya. I'll be from Kika Molie. It can make a vale conali in Kenya be the Kalali. Is that not sickness? Maybe we need a political, the Gambians, we need a civic education in politics. I don't want to come in provincial town and villages. Masadi ni wodole I don't borrow the infrastructure men ke kanaje ile abe hospital bill kanye wasadi ne me si bo ko mana silo fo be futala wodla do wala bere silo be dunna wasade do wala kata ka infrastructure nyinta kalo je. I'm going to explain a little bit about my time in Koina. Nada jan time on men after the paramedic studies. Ntara Koina, ntara banyan hospital ko practical okay neol mamboy. Neol mambeng. Moda jendara na practical okay minto la Koina because left I explore the Gambia. Nimo dole mati a local individual, a flamboyant guy like me. Yebona njanta moment la forced like nine normal ordinary citizens no mene anako nitara Gambia ke fanke ko ito bora nan tubabudu ikamanda ko sama membe Gambia wala banko membe Gambia wote tubabudu is extraordinary planet in the world because it balole fresh and I did my practical in Koina. The reason prungana Koina kana practical okay to interact with the community of that village. Even as a medical personnel, they end up worshiping you in provincial towns like Koina. Koina is one of these. In Zavanin commercial city, it's one of the well-developed at that area. Ngada visit because the citizens of Koina they did a tremendous job in their own villages. The hospital is more than $30 million as a hospital. To a personal contribution on Saturday Dingolo. But in Imu no sort of word lato, the end of that community leaders, it was a play. So Adama Barrow be menke kam provincial town and villages. What Saturday me and the hospital by infrastructure in Kai by local day. O community mo building order madam hani nosman dunye. hani a dispenser killing ani malamba fala nyaadi le ilay auxiliary alkava nyaadi le, you know, hani flag assistance dala jamano non ka fa yo, you know, wala flag fuck assistance no wala samba ya bula wada maje ye carton killing londa je te moni ka bodo wasare da kana kila BP test akela BP la vital cycling akota na prescription okay ni board with paracetamol dealer. That's enough for Adam Barrow to take over that particular village. It's time for Jaliba Kuyate. Barrow ganga jindinta ngang council ne because more be Jaliba la jintrako. Wala na Jaliba mu waleleti na mandinka dumu. Jaliba mu waleleti. Jaliba la kuma kawanye ni me alamoy is even more bigger than the musical context ni ajibe wala Jaliba manje kuma musical indela promote la musical ke ngoji jane kalama baraka kuma men for la ala meaning the content we Gambia from jingo be anyante bila diamola anu ni be diamola inyanta lonna dalilo me ani nyanta diamola andi ni ala ko tonyato nyebe silo ka ando be molle tonye ka findi o molta ye defend like in fara to be talben so de ka kistika nyam ibulata ko de buka dawo nyama foka bulala private life nyin kono b ikabulala personal anala private life foka da ka wala fe ba accuse la kula me ala ka mantara kere muna batul bulo kono so ala mo jala bala nyina
Kui village alert na dale ko tenge ya maru wallahi alayda ke amandulu kanya jong jong abena sumangam
Allah jarang kamu somba bula Jalba ko jowo jon sondomo manta balanna nak sondomo hadama di wona ka balan bari sondomo na to nyamo ya Allah mo ya ka bukas aka sonne immediately sondomo na ka balan dale ka balan ndasi si jana nga balan kuma ba fola janda bari sondomo ko ngalan kamen fo jeni tonya ne fane ale wolonne anu ndem fo ngala na ko nyimo tonya la wala na nin tonya be fola ikanaje nta gamela ko fo yala nyimba sen la gamela ngai akafanyete so jeta leme ka wuli ka jetna ngamme like ala ajana ben sinda patolo ko da manso na ko Delhi brother ya Delhi stroke ne la muso finde na bongo la jaata ala hajola mbagula la wala iko bukanyi mfana foko iko buka fa hani fe akono because ate mu futu ate hani fe akono buka ke wala wala se manyo nyina ya ture kuna nkol ni la mori ya nyanya te balana wala manyo so nyina ya pomba kala ba kausla kol de ngate musulul ti ba mala so jarang no nyanda jara rescue la jara ndo rescue la through NSG double pillar party la so neaje Adama Barrow be nyin development sifa ke kam provinces Adama Barrow the concept I wallet long I don't know mo ke mira nyaadi I don't know ko ni ku din ke o moli ike wala ke benefit no la nyaadi wala ko je nyaadi like I said during na project all the time wato ntebe Gambia represent kan na organization ntebe represent kan Gambia ngaji be nintata kata mol men ya ngafo jande na boakal bahum na family ya fama nintata ya nyolu tielu fenga ado ku wudlato akole chikadi na ngana nganya na because amanje ko menga kule cha andu ngamen ke wudlato amanje kama botan telebulo but I need to small minor help nyinga sudera wudulato I want to tell them our opportunity. I appreciate. And in Tara, I can so I don't borrow like little thing me around Kabaki provincial town and villages. Nalia Mira will mola will muko appreciate. Ike fanda batande. albe mo mo conventional la nyaadi de wala na NSGWP party mba register la Gambia very shortly at mela mbe wakila mbe wura la mina Gambia mbe Gambia di on especially jaramba for la wala no neni jarankol talata de watila ando be sunna menna an sunna waka sidi jammela I'm telling you no neni jarankol talata NSGWP be mentally la Gambia di ngofona wala mu Gambia di yati yalo halifa sala nyana ka foni na angale kan la to ka foni ni nyame to ka ni sociologist psychologist is it sociologist yeah it all this Asian type of the Asian ideology of socialism sang dunia ni modern world ni socialism it can blend with capitalist. In a German is both social and capitalist states. But the ideologies being a Gambians, if you can know Gambian nyadi, and to about make sure no nyadi, the monema la water, and then from money, monema la banco di yala nyanto, that was nyadi from Kita. Got a kindergarten and not targets. Yalan the far right solo target 2031. That's not. Ni arabaro masakunda boda ndebina ka political party lo Gambia ta school to ka teacher sol ni mit by force and teacher and ala wala karamoda ma ala ujente be do naje because mun tala fundamental human right lady to go to any office even arabaro la state house bunda be political rally mba organize like in the state house for nego security reason there bari ndama se microphone mo tangata je ngakiji ngata ne Gambia di wala ko ni wuruta im banko kam ala e banko i bata ko julo sianya lalto ila right moment masa kunda bule be ofalayen e kana moje ko is superior to you kana je come nyemmo karing ndenya wasipulale as long as amunna leadati kana je come yemol men ke nyato e be fenni e be febo kanne e ka mendo ko banko kay ketele febo to banko di ya tandala ko hey imunna doku lalati na jamale moti lati la keke je pour na banko la nafulo ya manage ya muruni nan kan ngam fan nafa naman nafa be jendi la this ideology mbe wala tikala nga di gambe di ngol ya ta ya dundi ngokono man sasina lo mem fana be silo bango gaje ko al bukante mte mantral febo kan kay document chale nar fundamental human right la nyindi ka chale because altulne kante joe ha ibala ko nintela political nyingo oloni ngo establish o banko kan na register to mama na le amo wew 2036 to 2041 alama alliance si jawla ni jada gana na le amo wew to mama ba ko his excellency the president elect Mark Jane jaran ko jara be jara wolunga lalla baka so cika ko ale mulu jara mbala independent o dira la wala nyama jaran ko be independent la mbe jara me Gambia divide la into Bundesland like German janga divide nyame into 16 Bundesland mbe Gambia divide la wala nyama nyomi will be responsible nyomi la economy membe ka bo nyomi be nyomi establish la taibe legalize la nyomi factory be lo la nyomi kodomi be so la nyomi be na nyomi la nyomi be doku la wala nyomi dingol be doku kala wala nyomi be develop la kodol la jara ni natural resources stable kongo bale fala na nyebe dokula jara nyomi la nyebe tula nyomi la taibe tula nyomi mba export la ni import jara ko fanal jara ko ni natural resources la sake kian ni njala no kian ni mbadi ko jumale basara no kian ne matale kian ne mo be kian ne hani ko diya na broda fa wada kian dere wala bari bungol se safa bari bungol se safa no bari bungol mo real hustle allati ibrahima di babe jena non de ibrahima no ala fata wala na ba wala wala mala so Greater Banjul area combo alla industrial areas the hotels ani alla reserve lanon be Banjul to tumbun nale Banjul telale Banjul mo be sirim Banjul be think la Banjul be Banjul billale ngake tourist center de ngake island island be billa han jaran ko nabara nan jara na afrika banja jara kala smile capitalo be bola banjo mbamburu lamba sambala nyomela sika burana lafta UMC ninga tawe bensu dake masade mafra capitalo ngamuru ni nyomi isa nga banyo ni Barrow bridge nga banyo ni kol bonni wudlato nga jeke tourist center nga museum wolo nije nga jeko jawara la mansa kunda ni museum ngalo ni especially for jawara wudlato ya jamme nga londaje as a brutal dictator who killed nearly 300 Gambians ngo fanala londe ko Hitler ala museum ikala history anala filimo ni kijanyame nga filimo ni nga produce nga play Gambia de on katana ko this is what has happened, this is what happened in your countries ngo foreigner la judiala ya process ni ta control integrate in German society kono nyame ni na to ka integrate Gambia kono nga lual londi ko Gambia la lual lebe londi le karab every foreigner la Gambia la documents otala Gambia at least na basic language le ba karanale ani nyanta do ko la kala tax collection nyanta kala for at least 2 good years pour ngaje ko ye tax jo man sakuna kono pour na sika to di la pour sila nyama kono German hasula sol na nyin dawne bo so le ka hasul jan nyama procedure men kaki Europe kono jang the same procedure mbole tala jang neja me batari mbi the foundation no banengo mena manifesto ni siala jamba skeno UDP ko le do shunya la mbole ta implement no de kala yo o big fight that's a crime in fact UDP ko do jabe na manifesto nya ba spy kan ngani di UMC they operate la ten anyway. I see a lot of things with UMC. This is how they're going to operate. So you are call. Anyway, so I told me the provincial town and the villages. And this is how ibe umoli ikeso do nyadiri ibe menkela. Then the next topic of the calendar, the last but not the least, 2026 presidential election. All opposition parties solo mune bare bolo. Mune bale bolo lafta nyina lon mune bale bolo mune be nga mone ka fa ko sunyate kala nga na warrior doje na Facebook warrior doje nga doje Gambia kono they are warriors here nga jako yeah mengela 2021 wode kila sa. You see these people sometimes they are jokes. Nsida jana nga na wuli ya fojang yenke wulo ti 2021 nga membe for ya reject iko mansoto manyake binka na warrior je ka ko mengela 2021 wode kila ja anu nga mem for je malala yenke wulo ti kon I'm so delusional in way of analyzing things. They can now let as an evidence. Ikoi ka ole ke quote mealan ka happened in 2021. Monal sondi wala bi. You see, a Gambia no ye. Sakoninga do je bi ka mata kala ya. Ni election no menketa masembali na kila nyali yal bucha je nyali muna haponda muna trick ni. I don't want to elaborate because UMC man loje another UMC lota non dia contestant on mefinda na mbafole the trick may use la how these people malpray. But anyway flanya obakela mende wala nyende ko nalbe mol tombona election ola mukali yamade amage ko menga yamaro di UDP ngol UDP ngol yala ne terrible mistake ko menki kiam dalilo me adne boyta kiam based on Adam Barrow trick may use against them in an asira wanyenta mfinda jana nga foe well before the elections olonga kuma jamaa bakara ngala mo na wolo balaja bara mona na habon Adam Barrow la man sakunda believe in data kono alaka mendina no data collection be my after the election alaka data le boga more big it as statistician not ice cream no, Gambians are very funny. Gambians are really funny sometimes. Ningal jibe ala kuka funny fere. Ni modo lila analysis ke tuma wene pare like Drama Junior. Ni wa analysis ke tuma wene ngava ko sama ka te wino di UDP na sama imbe UDP imbe inaugurated lenya na kila manse. Never communicate because of the English language is very poor. And because of our analysis, Morias, immediately are captured on, and he is brilliant. Man, if I do go for us to knock up, I want to congratulate him, but he's a very brilliant boy, you know. Alman believe no data men na kunundi data analysis meni yalango election prediction meni yalango suppress survey menki ya finding the data nyinte ya pest aliya deny based on the election menki da be more big at statistics and call that. Do you know the strategies Adabaro Masakunda may use to win these elections? And then the mistake come from UDP. Kamotambo, Mayor Lonko, he was very ungrateful to the people of Alamodo. Yala ka Gambia di onalabe election okela. Yala nyintiri kafuya. I've more call now well before the election. This guy, we are going to vote against him because he's a UDPian. Do you know that? I told UDP call. A prominent UDP members in Kiang, many Alanko, because they are going to vote against him. And they are UDPians. Do you know why? I'll more find out. But because of Terika for what I'll come back to Matang again. Yala sometimes, you are uninformed in the military. Listen, a monkey coming, I feel sorry for the masses of that country, especially the party militant many Alanko. They don't demand access to the informations. And then, Bari, due to the environment, in the main corner, Anika hear same way because of this media. I don't mind betting no de inata ibula cake le kono. Ye cake le de ko jobo la obugo. Ye bulandi ye itula miro kada o cake nyina kono. Abuka na finti no banda because of nyim mol meni kela moela. Ne information nyinta komen ka domoro di jobo la bun kono tanyame. Allow information on our miro ni odiata kumo kono tamata kumo ka dawo la la miro fana ka dawo la abuka na mira no out of that box nyina. Wale ka Mark is an enemy to the states. Nko jela kuotola akambalofa amankela faulty, but because of the environment, the ideologies, ibemenkon, ikamemwe, inana kobetan, and most of these people may alanko it will form back taken a political, if a political failure cost it tola, it can use tribal card, tribal victim card, it can call it I Namenkenum 2021 based on Aramboro tribal card. Aramboro travel card may use no whatever Aramboro button can be. Now to cover the same travel card le play like I'm not gonna be part of it. Forget about it. Forget about it. In fact, many failure men kono be. Gambela ni failure men ba kono be. I can't be amane. Asunda jumana la follow. Alo kisi. So this travel card, victim card ni is zero. Allah banko la constitution me ala na ko membe banko Allah banko bi IEC ni arambaro be membe ke kan o banko kono bi albe dela albe opposition political party should be reach out la ali blana on board ali afro ko banko nyanda rescue la atol job unemployment mol menena galbe sirin tuba duja I left to tala gambe ka taxpayers of nyimpo individual ka campaign menu to la procure tax ta ka la bunjawon lo alla ka musufuna njawon nyina la ko sirfo sonko menke after the election albe dahala opposition nyina continue struggle la janko magjana ka struggle tuba du nyame al dicta mol menna wala you reach out to the other opposition political parties including the president Ben Aleo Banko ni rescue General Besila to rant on that individual like if there is nobody on that planet. I'll be doing not a governmental concern. Reach out to all the opposition political parties. Honorable Lawyer Dabo, I have a special letter for you. Nintelam Honorable Lawyer Dabo to be. I have a special letter for Talib Ahmed Ben Suda. Honorable Lawyer Dabot Noko, he loved that boy with passion. And that boy I respect with passion. Halifa Sallah is a brilliant politician in that country. Nintelam Honorable Dabot be mbe moto le malala na suokono to reach out to Halifa Sallah la suokono. Amante jutu nayati. amanke kuti na Gambia la water to rescue nentele mbi me bulala na motole kono yala ikanyi strategy lenye use as the biggest political party. Don't look low upon ko Abubakar Siddiq ka analyze Kenya media alkana ila analysis jamala jida kavoko the biggest political party ne ole nyanta na le no ni maneno malida wole be mento wala targeto mumenda mange in 2026 ka jele ko bi dabo be damendo bi in the next 5 years maybe at a survival no kala je ko me kamem be fama wole be sonno moto tije dabo kan sa even hana be 1 year le safla Kap Gambia la luwa ya fali dabo ye resign ala vice president wa siano na electoral conduct. It doesn't matter. Abe negotiate la nyame. Ikela opinion on that. Ika memba le bule kone nati. Memme nyindo bula nati. Ale bengale mem kumayata beti wala nyente bro. Gambia la current situation obe rescue la nyade. Hani adama baro na lafta na kwa le sanoke. Aye yoko sale kona le sele sando. Ale Gambia rescue. A waterle to discourse under the table. Ali reach out. Whenever that way ma boso mala ata talben suda no mana kai ndingo. Membe for the mangala no tonyan thing faniale ma be wulia be mu invalidity. Jealousy and bad-minded individual wala be na to the party. And the America see online ka wulia for membe for la mambonte bulokono a be fania. And now let me rescue. You work so hard for that party. Taliban work tremendously for UDP. Come and make up. Nikala surrounding, yes. Surrounding. Until surrounding, are you going to judge Mark Johnny for my surroundings? The name and the judge for being the bad person. Would even get a bad person with my surrounding because I surrounded with United Democratic Party members. Are they all bad? You see, don't be judgmental. Sako mome yalo ke malo. Kana ke judgmental. Ni politician wala ka kumodo fale abe mangetonyati. Fani alemo. Jealousy katrajele. Political dunga fata lalo de sakuni ala ese bodo dile. Aka sonome dole dile kana ikana tra nightmare mulo ka feel ko sa hani mo fo ikanye nanyum bega sol fanaji even na security ibe rosile bela dairele you feel an extraordinary person ikaje ko tebe nyi chairman siro men kono wala me siro men kono adoyatale I want to be on top nyanda mo be na kawmoy ite be party men fo kono wala leadership na diam de buko la kawmo o party leader be te respect la le wala obe bunya so lete no Dabo blamoto kona muru ata mama kande no maka mama kande ko mo Gambia political party sold and you want Gambia nyinga Gambia la problem on men ko yeme mama kande la press conference amen for about the Gambia la kolbe nyamani membe kero alialo yes abe rescue la nyaadi le it's a collective duty for everybody so what party ni won men yalan ko alala eagle drop. Don't go for the biggest issues. I'll be Gambia another day left to put Gambia protect. I told you many along Albal Funke warrior in internet alto. Nan Malafon. Ngamodo ye bill like wala tala. There are certain qualifications ni UDP parita la proka with other politician president. Whatever I give it out of Baroka. Mfawala mo. Na campaign yoke menenga election of many. Aliji be kamanya me. It was anything about this small political party they feel jealousy, they feel threatening. Kaje ko ni UDP ni coalition okay. It will do go nyesotla. They are a bunch of hustlers. Imanda campaign yoke kan Gambia dingale. Ndeka me mfale alamo. Mama. It is about a number of I like the boy, very smart and brilliant. But this kind of statement is totally misleading. I'm telling you. Kavala surrounded now Portland. Yes. For Talbe Buki reason. Then in the party bini, I don't party to work with Maviana B. You know why? But but let me be frank with you. An NPP group of Colombia. It's a nyawo. For Mark being group of Nola, you work with brain and mind. Talbe has a brain, brilliant, Obama is one of the smartest women in that country. They feel jealousy about him because of the kind of leaders I mentioned. Elderly pap. Many are brought up Yamen. Among them, Concotale. For Taliban, I don't want to employ KMC Lord Lad. Taliban, I don't want to employ KMC. Alala Molji, many don't want to employ. Ala elected people, many don't want to employ. Many contractors are dealing for the broader millions of dollars. Man, and Aliano and Bessiraga. You see, but I'm not going to talk about these issues anymore. What I'm talking about is here. Ale Findi Umoda, Alal da Sorong, I don't mean Kalafanki Hiroti. Alal da Kalo Sorong, Ale one de Umula Firi. Ale Murala party leader Sulkali in the Nalakale Gambia Kano. Ale Findaleta, Ale Findika, Ale Gambetalia rescue. Ale Gambia rescue, not a Gambia Kano. I come in for Gambia on a Wallam. I reach out to these people. I can't pat in Dimbilidul. Pat in Nimula Alfanaya the eagle in drop. Ale Gambia Jive. Ale Gambia Jive. The UMC we are open for any dialogue. And the Mbamen Katala United the UMC members of the Mementala. Baldanina Menda. Anybody within the UDP, anybody within the UMC, you have a very competent leader, a very decent leader. Men defend like a model like a caricature. Men tamitanin dabo tema, they know. It's all about love and respect. Nin dabo da manem no be. Nin kule man tama no duma. Wala na muso setan. Ala ya maro di muso ako kusababije. Setan olo. Nibe finda wala na mose ala tento. Nde banyon fam. Nde muso lende ulo. Bara ala kwa ala musolo. Anal dingolo. Anal la nafulolo. Nyini mo setan olo te. Ya fo dalilo menna nde mirante la permanent secretary na damage benyamin tembi ila fa kuke la tuma mana bembula la kule kono me yala ka bembula la setan no kono so ma ya damage so na ite so na salta nyawa la damage na manager ni la fa ka manage nyamen do si molo na la fa ki ya botuma nga bad minded individual come fa bali fala you know so nyina kal dimi. And the model is Jahani man like and don't be young Kong. Young Konya sometimes I see they jealous because I entertain them, you know. If you think I'm the most stupid among my family members, they're stupid a bit, you know. So Moso can lead to an extent because somebody Sakona invite dinner me and diata. Domoro diata tumana kujamale kachara setan jamala kana dablo lado muna kachara tabulo nyenkan woni mechi kunita benyato ya findini tumana ka kena problem or no problem on yinta be dana alando na long ani dingo ani muso dingo ani muso ani dingo ani ma dingo ndela boy dingo na isa jawla tande ka fa jawla ko nangol ka fa ngaji be na boyno be smart lin ka toma be intelligent lin ka toma be honest lin ka toma ngaji be tuma mana rek non defon ka happy ngaji mo ka be ku kilo lo be domola le ni njara aji ba nganya mala do defon ka fa be sila kana sila tenku media la you know be mari domola o fana mu setano de hanata o di no la boyta ani esale tonye ndilo ke la because of la dindi yala nejo manda kilo la ngambe to mo ngo ko tinyaro le na fulo binne problème men kono Gambia biu na fulo la sabo na fulo so do nyaadi dan kala corruption ay ko fa do mo la masakunda kono atole fawne mon men eleki be corrupting al be sir ala wala corruption kan ko daga ka ko lo back wala kan yo muta o corruption ni ne ya treat ni ka ni ma be suspend nan be kite wul ni kan be la bank account le freeze la be muta ko de la na fulo le def e be fola na skere be soronale asilata problem on not in opposition party sul kon many alon ko wolle bimbe jikri wolle nyanta banko ice alter mo na defal man is this is not the enough say time ala mem Mr. Attorney Mana Cham ni left a come moment select with Dabo, he man left Barrow, he man left Dabola. He man left any other person, he left a man, he man left Talbila Fana, he man Sula Mona, moment clean to Banco Bacon. Among Game Banco and Afro in our entity. Ni left a moment can men set you lad, maybe I go to near sooner than I was going to bet Lord Puna. I'm the only honest individual in that country. NSGWP party leader. I choose myself for anybody. Look, I choose myself. There's no comparison between myself and anybody on this planet. I'm a self-made man. You understand? I'm not be little. I will never belittle anybody. I'm more corner, effort, capability in maintain that. But if you are jealousy and envy towards somebody, outright, do not be jealousy. I hate them. I don't hate them. I speak the truth. I'm the only capable individual. Ninga tata farmer so the moment ke metal ben so the tala ngalonde. Anumba dictate la. Mbare ninga yellow blood is thicker than water. Nyomin kola madi. Njama ngama nyini jaran kola fanadi. The diminame awagat sidik ndraje ko. Diminame no wala to what talent. Ngama la nyomin ka wala ka dimi. Because this is it. Alto many alam fana biji albe kamfari magjana but think about your mental health, yeah? I'm a mental health expertise. Ngamol je many alam ke be sirin jana, they are castigating this guy, especially everything has a time. Akakumodo for mafa bebo kasoto. Akasoto. But I'll survive the nyadi. Ika hada madi wala independence. Ika lo nyadile. Ika survive no nyadile. This is what matters. Political bedament to be. Even to baboli aja. Ila dia monikasia. Ila life is better than the normal citizen in this country. But it will yet institutional lo ni jamea lonko hana rat table. Ngalisto boni na ngata na lako. Jamano mea lonko you are jobless. Tuku table. Nila dimbabe siri nyane. Din sababe bulu wala din nane. Falta tafu lulu. Mansakunda nyanda mem budget la kadia la karokono. From 3,000 to 4,900 euro. Nyanda pampila la bongono. Probably balu la mena. Udinu nyanda survive la mena. Because nyaje u politician ole wolondi na social system wolondi na mole mene ala ko fen table no doku table process survive no men. Because if na pressure la men la Mansakunda la molo kam. Running strategy in that will most of Gambia. So ika modo jaka vibrate media kona kamen soda. Kamen dia la duma. Kata survive men. Politician no ba kila lo wuli amen fala sama. Abe kamen la karla. Ukanyintale. Yende ofale. To make a collaboration with First Lady Foundation. Nga reject back in 2028. Guy call. I reject it. I cannot work with government. We have to be an independent organizations. So Medan legend to be 2026. Take an easy right. Alala officers being put together. The IAC be monopolani ke kansa. Gambia constitutional monokela. Ning kodo be janinga for jibina mena fulani ko. Be stereotype lela. Be on model slandikam. Wala me kumala fulala many anako is going to be more damaging. Sanga menkenka for the dumale. I reach out to the people. Many anako ngalo ne kodia in a political positions. Yalanko nyimpran karne be gamano bulu. Dole be janinga for ka fala ka buli yale fale. Man political scientist so jana na boga. Na political scientist boga because I told to them, you program from money na kila maniga kama because na in the English language is very terrible. Nga fwe kwa majana sumbar nga repeat. Like kura membe na society kono. Nimmo bondi na society kono. Bentinyala ne. Chinese will currently the Chinese counter and the bank is developing. There you have a scientist, you have everything in China. The Germans is one of the strongest countries in Europe, both economic and everything you can think about Bankola development, they have it. From kindergarten, from Kita to the university, la karamume bebe, ekabekeni entirely German nela. And Ninata skill training nela is one of the country in terms of skills. Like what I did in this country, they are one of the best. In German and not Anglo. The England, you have the scientists, you have the whatsoever in England. Dolga menoro. Munad nan tolakamo. Ngajini mo Angale kawanye safe. Wala terrible English. Wala kumado fire. Mat understand. Wala understand. In fact, I understand. Maybe till after I go back to school. You have to work on your English language. In Abajibe, with all your university degrees, and then the certificate, your attainment, because you can run perfect English, you cannot even produce a tissue paper on your own. Neither a scientist nor an engineer may invent that is teaching the same Gambians in your own language. We don't even feel ashamed of ourselves, including me. So, my English teachers are one of the best project analysis in Nigeria. Analysis don't need to ngamala ko sila ka sama ngata UDP ngata inaugurate but he never believed in anything from Mark, and then he attended anything that tell us seriously because ala miracle nindela miracle fatatale and alaftanga miracle la mirola ona la wati nako maybe atiaje he speak very perfect English, he learn very perfect English, so atiaje he is more educated than me, he can be very creative in man, he can reason more than Mark, because Mark he wrote very terrible English, you see. You're not gonna backward. Like I repeat this at your behind. So near the Anambra Mazakunda Feles, Ibrahim Sangarenyola. You can Anambra black man in big English word man. You can't mislead you a lot because I'm gonna understand. But Anambra problem also the Anyande Lamala Mulman and Mel Lama Walla. Now Lama Walla in a big Gamel and gonna be at the local. So I told folk soul. No German training, German trainees. And I'm very proud of my German people. Then German get thanks from the bottom of my heart to rescue me. Because never get mad no sound, they don't get a soldier road. They don't cut it up, open cut it up. They don't interman farm or the father. They don't be bomb on terrorism, master of Bangkok and terrorism of the killer. So I will make sure to Gambia in enlighten the life. Mol many yana ko binale babala ko nale nki nyembe di dalla nale ni nati nyembe milino nati la no wata kala be kilo ci kala nganyo sori mat astaghfirullah binale no kala because sometimes ninga jibe di we our mulke mena nyanga bro nyo ko bele teta what it does sometimes see that moment ka ko sa dunia fo nyanta banda la fambeda. Because this summer for what don't have you know what? Alam, it come in a form of Batusila. Summer bottom press, dunia from Bay Bansila. Balani Yosaboni hates me baby kid a bay band of the Silang. A cadavant from beta out lot of walling Silang. Naraji and Ben Naraji in Ika Alifa. No matter than way because we go. I'll go Sirat was Sirat Salay Cafanya. I'll big English on Safe. I let official Mara. ali al fange kalka model febo alka tax collect mo bula al bal fan develop lala alka ka wolle febo wara al bal fan febo kan ali amra osira tawo osira metara sirna arjana jimba modone ha ka bele falete alka jigni metara sirna korato arjana jimba modone menna nyomi tay sabala mafale la ke hana nabe atebe strat sanoleto amate folo andi yaji nyineke fanje ko to ga gambe ding le mako e ka fuaro le mako lado basir na jimo la je al okay bana ja e baxo no bax gambe wado ko taka ko do nyama kamtan fele ko you know what sama fa wala ya ma wa dunya be banda fere stresso banda fuaro la fuare ya banda nyo saba nyando mansa ya banda nyo konante ya banda in dunya kono jam fani ya fo banda ko be banda beta na judgment on yintanga ta na face nimembe tay sabala tay ya saba nyo ya sabala kya nimembe dolo mena ko alkiya mo dolo na fa over diata ya men so mera na yana the faults altidoto dia the opposite political parties. Back to the recap. Aliara ko aramaro masakunda ibe deti jemo men play kanon. The former UDP member me alonga kala no like on the daba na Gonjoro Electric Company ya men jara no similar thing yola ke Rohey Malik lola ya blackmail to an extent malam for sand and the sliding kunjaro nyene ngaro fala bank account ya bon the treasury the ba ala other private business account la men fa bon the treasury monda le lat na bo kasobata fo dal lat na aram baro nyi ya tay Rohey Malik lota ya sinid la kelen mana na bo active. But why people Gamelon are not talking about the problem of government instead of the opposite political parties? My responsibility as a Gambian and my being an active, loud-mouthed Gambian in Facebook, involvement in the Gambian politics is a passion. And then the reason why I fully support UMC, and the reason why I entirely support UMC because of the divisional mealonka hamonta keta nyari and why am I stop no jumal le ba kuma why afreda nyi tembo nyendo nyene mon de la stand no le clear and na video nyi ko la jambi. And then later I sent to all the political party leaders including Honorable Lawyer Dabo wala nyego reach out to your son, the person you love to the most. Problem me yanoka hapunta development is known. Munat na sana diamond banola. I'll look Alifa Sala, reach out to Alifa Sala, all other political party, small political party members. Talk to them. Gambia need to be rescued. Gambia need to rescue the small political parties. Drop your egos. Gambia need to be rescued. I'll tell diaspora job hustler Soliman and I'll be diaspora jam. I'll be hustling na Gambia prokadaka doko jije. I'll ego drop. I'll tell Gambia leta sunya rokije. I'll malafi menna obango kano. Allah fear moment for having a coalition with other political parties. Allah la ego drop. Allah hustling in sunokono. Allah roasting in sunokono. Allah bulan in sunokono. Allah mati ali balu. I take bulanjang because of our laughter. Particular individual like Masajo Bangokan. Probably should do Kosoknoji. I'll go for a minute. I campaign you can go. Kaola Kodota Korek Karakal Fan Developer. At a Kenajang, as long as in the Altala Morole Alem Katume. But I will speak about this. This is going to be a special program in coming days. I'll be Puskan and Malaka Diamond, but in India Mutaj. Kirawi Vaka Silla, the Ninganyama Casilla. Not single-handedly, NSGWP is the solution to that country. I speak about the NSGWP. Not target 2036 lady to 2041. NSGWP party benonela. Meganda divide into Bundesland. Nyomi as the Bundesland. Jara is going to be a Bundesland. Any natural resources sort of nyomi, abe remain na nyomi, even na nyew at expo la kata out loud. Jara ko nalman baso to Congo bal fala. Ka bere fala. So manana na jara. UMC 2031, 2026. UMC do banko tala. Niajem ko yabe banko tala. Because Gambia opposition political parties should need a formidable political coalitions, including the President Ben. I'm telling you, to rescue that country. Either you like or not, even the far-right extremists, this is the boy. It's a great obstacle. Not only them, but among men obstacle will be my job seeker solid. Anybody in media is going rampage against talent. What am I job seeker solid? It's not my problem. But I don't know about the guy is an obstacle to this presidency. Give respect to people, many they deserve it. He deserve it. I'm telling you. Halifa Sallah is a kingmaker. Do you know that one? Halifa Sallah. Alifinta Allah is a kingmaker in that country. Bolka jutu ila lebi. And Halifa ala what law Niaga Halifa Silabe Sira Dabi. A day about active. He knows his political base in the country. But he about more people like Abukar Sidik Germany the political analyze la and laugh. You know. Jamano love jam look nkwe kanji lata nye sende lata ya jara fo kanda yangola yarangola yankara songa display wa you know saga sela marangam yalanka sobi in Facebook oto jana marangam de jana be nam punish la jay you know na aron bi ngana malakori Cockatoo, na velare na America na ngana aram the bedroom slow jama bakilo suma bale fala no suma siwa yiro nyum bango kansa sister ngana sister suma be fala bakilo le fele jande yang ga baba yang sinol ada suma ba fala le baba yang ngo bakilo le mo la mbida wona jaram ko suma ziku jala to babulo ja to ko ba but anyway Medana legend to Allah baraka bake mo men the time to watch with me kitabu di banala molo medana jana kumu be ko fala la bari kama nge no ali daha ali dandala ko kali sabari tenko hek man nyama ya to do ka sila kitabu la nimbro la fa be no la tenko amuru ataduma bo na Gambia rescue wala mun nakumodi bi ala baraka baka ngambo be control to na control na ala wato fana dia ala